Gemini, you've entered the house of Sigils. Welcome in. Today's reading will be for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. At the end of the reading, we will pull a Norse magic oracle and a Nordic rune for you. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. We'll begin by dividing the deck into two piles. The left-hand pile being the yin energy, both top and bottom cards of the deck. And the right-hand pile being the yang energy, both top and bottom cards of the deck. Space has been cleared, cards have already been pre-shuffled, spirit has been called in. And let's discover together, what messages does the cosmos have for you today, Gemini? What is going on? The Two of Cups, love, one of my favorite cards. So we know that the aces in any suit are the pure inspiration of that suit. So cups being water, the ace of cups being the pure inspiration of water or emotion. And then the twos being the vessel that suit is encompassed in, giving it a sort of form and a life and a function and a way to interact with the world. So emotion coupled with love. Absolutely beautiful card. We have some Cancer energy here. Let's dig in a little bit deeper on the Two of Cups. Someone is either in love with someone or someone is falling in love with themselves. Again, this can mean love of nature, love of self, love of a job, love of a partner, right? It can mean so many different things, but always with the emotions. And let's look at the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is Venus in Cancer. Receptive love, happy relationships, and emotional exchange. If you love yourself, you are attractive to others. And it's 100% true. You just know when someone is in love with themselves by the way they hold themselves, by the way they speak about themselves, the boundaries they set, right? The way they carry themselves, the way they portray themselves to the world, right? So when you love yourself, you attract others very easily. Your receptiveness towards yourself prepares you to give yourself totally to someone else, right? So you're someone that has done the work. You're someone that is or was very recently looking for someone, and you've fallen in love, and it's a very beautiful thing, right? It's something that can't be replaced by any other thing. But your readiness to receive is or was attractive, right? And surrender to it. Surrender to yourself. Surrender to others. Surrender to life. Surrender to that pure joy, that love that you have. The sky is clear. The water is clear and pure. The cups overflow from the lotus. The two mermaids or fish in the card are entwined together, bringing that love to fruition. The card asks, how can you share that with others? How can you bring your love into the world? And pay attention to the love that's coming into you now. So remain open. Let it into your life and let it go deep and fill you. Let's look a little bit to the outward. So this card is how you're showing yourself outwardly. What is your effect on other people? How you're influencing your environment. The Ace of Swords, pure intellect, the inspiration of intellect. So as this is evolving, this is someone that is about to do something or is currently doing something they absolutely love, as this pure driving force of the Ace of Swords come into being. So this is clarity. This is out of the darkness into the light. A balance harmony. Let's look a little bit into that Ace of Swords for you. Intellectual clarity, original thinking, brilliant powers of thought, and divine inspiration. The question is what supports and hinders your clarity, right? Love absolutely supports your clarity of mind and clarity of the situation that you may be in. But it's a wonderful, you might have found the love of your life, but you may have also found that thing that you love to do, right? And now is the perfect opportunity to do it with the Ace. It's saying the conditions are ripe. You'll be able to recognize facts, call by name things which other people would prefer to sweep under the carpet. Details will come to you very easily. It's a great responsibility to have in the Ace entering into your life, right? But be sure to express your insights heartfully. You may be so intuitively connected with whatever this is that you want to be very clear, because the truth is the kind thing, but you also want to do it, make sure you're not doing it heartlessly. Sometimes this can be sometimes the Ace can be so straightforward and cut such a straight line that it can seem heartless in our endeavors. But trust your clear perceptions. Trust in this love. Trust in your thoughts, and trust in the idea. Let's get a little more clarity. What is this? So what you're receptive and open to. So this is the people, energies, and events that you're attracting. The receptive side of things. The Hierophant. Interesting card. Taurus energy. And so this is this intellectual study, this pursuit, this knowledge of things that are going to come to pass. Being very clear in your endeavors toward this union of what you want and what you love. This is very easy for you. You just know. There's just a certain knowing. This intellectual Ace, this grounded centeredness of the Hierophant, with all this past generational knowledge or things that you've cut through or worked on. You just know that your love is on the horizon. You just know it's happening for you. You're trusting the universe. You're trusting yourself. Let's look at the Hierophant a little bit. Give us some more insights into this card. So this is Taurus energy, spiritual mastery, teacher, advisor, initiate, inner guide, spiritual father, highest transformation, right? This very much says to me that you have found your path. You have found the thing you're supposed to be doing. And if you haven't, you're very close to finding it. As the Hierophant sort of combines all the elements into himself for a full expression. He's the awakened one. He's fulfilled. He's enlightened. Right? We can see that there's a woman, if you look close, standing in front of him that represents wisdom and emotion. Right? So all of the things of the world and of the spirit have been integrated inside the Hierophant. This is sort of the guru, the master, the attainment. Right? It could also indicate that you're seeking someone to be a spiritual master for you as well. There is an indication with the card in the Hierophant that he brings things forward from the darkness into the light, and that is happening with the Ace of Swords. It looks like a giant flaming flashlight, right? And all of this done under will, under love, right? All of it. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law, right? Is there someone, however, though, that you seek out, that you're attracting for greater knowledge? Be open to the things that are coming in towards you. And I think you are with this Ace, right? Because the universe will send something into your life to act as a teacher for you to fall in love with. Let's look at the final card. So this is the key. So it's a way in which we can overcome a problem actively or suggests a way around or out of it. Now, sometimes this card can actually manifest as the problem, and these other cards show us a way out and through. It'll be interesting to see what the Norse Magic Oracle decides to show. Let's take a look. So success. Sixes are always positive cards. So whatever this is that you're striving for is a love that you've been wishing and wanting for a long time. And this could be manifest in a spiritual leader or an inspiration or an inspiring person. But knowing that we have the Six of Cups as the key, the success is assured to follow if we're following this love and this dream that we have with the Ace. There's something here that tells me you just know. You just know something's going to work. That's profoundly eye-opening to me. It's very, very interesting. Let's take a quick look into the Six of Pentacles for you. So this is the Moon in Taurus, external manifestation of the inner success and transformation. So there absolutely is something that you've fallen in love with and you're transforming into that place, right? We have Saturn represented in the card, which is the success of those that go carefully step by step. We have Jupiter in the card, which is a little bit impulsive, doesn't want to go step by step, right? Wants to jump steps. So be flexible. Your success may include jumping a few steps that maybe you've already surpassed and don't need to go through again. We have Venus that's asking you to bring emotional energy into it, which absolutely is the Two of Cups. We have the Moon, which is asking you to come bring things from the inner depths, right, to bear on this idea, on this Ace, which would also come from the Hierophant. We have Mercury, which is going to demand clear communication of your ideas. That one's key, being verbally vocal and communicative. And then we also have Mars, which is vitality and goal-directed energy, right? That would also come from the Ace as well. What does it mean for you? What does success mean for you right now? What is this thing, Gemini? What is this thing? Truth, clarity, love, understanding, commitment, vitality. Let's see what Norse Magic Oracle wants to say about this spread. It's already been shuffled. I'm just going to dive in and grab one right out of the middle. And we will divine it and experience it together. We have the three Norns. The three Norns. As you can see in the card, there's depicted sort of the three Norns of three women, three wise women gathered around the well. This is the well that Odin was dipped into for insight and wisdom. And I love the idea of this being right in between love and success. Let's read about the three Norns. Where are you, three Norns? The three Norns. Originating from a mysterious primordial ground, they determine the fate of mankind at the source, at the feet of the world tree. They cast lots in the mist and watch. Associated with fate, the world tree source, or casting lots. An oracle, which is exactly what we just cast here. Mysterious women simply emerge from the mist in the first moments of creation. It is a single original fate, power, or the trinity of Urd. Verdandi or Skuld. Do they put their heads together at the spring between the roots of the Yggdrasil, cast lots, and determine our fate? Do they indicate to us that our past and present shape the future? Where exactly do they come from? And when do they bring good luck? And when do they bring suffering? If we have some bad luck, it seems that the Norns are playing their game with us, and at the same time, everything indicates that they are turned towards life because they also Wet Yggdrasil's your roots with nourishing mud every day. They create framework for conditions with their mysterious work, but it is entirely up to us what we make of it. The Norns today can widen your view of destiny, or your responsibility, and also of the freedom that is inherent in you. They emerge from the mists today to free your gaze and let you see your path more clearly. Do you walk it completely? Are you taking each step with confidence and staying in your own rhythm? Are you walking it with all your heart? Maybe you realize that you have been lost in the world for a while and have stumbled around, the goal being diluted, the direction no longer clear, the motivation lost on the way, or you have grown tired of all the recent challenges and wish that the tide would finally turn. The Norns indicate a need for introspection, so pause, reconnect completely with yourself and your path, which arises from your innermost being and can only be walked by you. Gather your strength and rekindle the joy of your life with all its gifts. Arrive completely with yourself and within yourself. The impulse here is to ask the Norns this day for another oracle. Dive deeper into your question. What is important for you on your path right now? Where will you go furthest? And what do you need to leave behind? Afterwards, go to a tree with a bowl of water. Say a few words of thanks for your life and also for this tree, representative of all trees on this earth. Then water the roots with your hands full of love. I love that it ended, water the roots with your hands full of love, right? So you do know the path. Maybe you had strayed from it recently, or just the way life plays out sometimes leads us astray from our path. But absolutely moving through this energy is the idea that you just know, and you've always known. You've always known that this path was for you, and it is your love. Let us get you a rune to see how it connects. I'm very new with the runes, but I'm absolutely entranced by them. And so I wanted to incorporate them into a series, and let's see where he falls out. Interesting. We'll leave him right there. He was mostly in the upright position. So this is a rune that has become pretty dear to me. This is Othila. It indicates home in some sense. Let's dig into it a little bit to end the reading. Home. Othila, Ancestral Hall. The sound is O as in home with Othila. Home is loved by all who prosper there in peace and enjoy a frequent harvest. Othila signifies the home in several senses of the word. Literally, it refers to property, an estate or possessions. Practical associations of this rune include homecoming, and buying or inheriting a house or another major possession. It can also signify gaining a sense of place or perhaps coming to feel at home within yourself. Is what we spoke about with the Hierophant a little bit. This last aspect points to Othila's symbolic, psychological, or spiritual meanings. It is in total a profoundly grounding and affirming rune. Like I said before, there's something about it that you just know. There's something about this that you just know is going to happen and will be successful. As the Old English rune poem suggests, Othila conveys a blessing. Home is loved by all. Sings the praises not just of a physical dwelling, but a more profound sense of place as well. To prosper there provides an image of contentment, and the frequent harvest means reaping the fruit of our efforts. This time also recalls the first rune, Fehu, or abundance, returning to us to the beginning of the Futhark sequence, like a wheel in motion. In spiritual disciplines, Othila represents being content with the self, of coming home to your own still center of being. And in a world where everybody chases the dragons of material wealth and sensory stimulation, the stave teaches the value of our truest possession, the haven within. I can't help but be reminded of another quote is "Be still and know," and I think that one came from Jesus. I'm not sure. However, Gemini, you are still and you do know, and you will be successful. That's all I have for you today. If there is something that resonated with you, please leave it in the comments below. Please share, like, and subscribe. And as always, remember, please keep your personal sigil of protection close at hand, should the darkness decide to answer your call.